Hey, I wanted to share with you a bit of writing today and a really short exercise. Um, I'm not sure about you, perhaps you're a writer. For me, writing has always been part of my spiritual practice, it's always been part of the way that I connect with my soul more than anything, really. Um, So often when I write, I'm writing to a younger version of myself and very often a current version of myself. Um, I use writing as a way to work through blocks if I'm feeling frustrated or upset or stuck, even if I feel like I'm grasping for guidance. It's always through writing that I write myself home. And I think also that sometimes when we are writing, we're also writing to our future selves. Um, I've been seeing lots of people post lately of different parts of things that I've written before, saying it's been resonating today. And so I wanted to share with you a passage which is resonating with me today. And I wonder if it is for you too. I hope that wherever you are in the world, wherever your home is, that you are well, that you're, even if you are alone, that you are feeling the the common thing that we're all being called to go through together. Um, so yeah, I know it is a lonely time for many people. So what I want to share is from my second book, which is Rise to Rise. And if you have it, it is on page 65 and it is a new matrix. So I'm going to read that now. We live in a system that says we are not enough, and so we are constantly striving to be something other than what we are. A system tells us that anything outside of us is valuable, but it's just not true. When you realize that what is truly precious is either already within you or coming to you, striving is no longer necessary. When you realize that never-ending achievement and the fast pace of life doesn't bring you what you're searching for, it is revolutionary. For it leads you to a place where there is nothing you need outside of who you are. You are out of the matrix. You are able to unplug. There is no external vision or model for what is ahead. We are the ones who are called to create that. We cannot look anywhere except for within ourselves for that. This is the power of the wise woman. She knows that she has everything she needs within herself and that she has the power to create and birth life both within and outside of her body. Can you feel it? A new future is being born. With every new breath, she created a new matrix for herself. A matrix this time so strong that it was impossible to be penetrated by those around her, by inherited patterns of stories told both to her, by her, and about her. A matrix so fierce that it didn't matter what was thrown her way, for now she drew her power and truth from an untouchable, unwavering place that resides deep within. With every new exhale, she released lifetimes of oppression, of enforced power, of pain and suffering, of guilt and shame, of holding back her voice, her truth, her wisdom, her knowingness, her powerfulness, her holiness, of holding things in her body that were not even hers. She was born in the fire, each new flame igniting an untamable power that could never be extinguished. Not now, not ever. With every new breath, she created a new matrix for herself. And when she was done, she looked around and found herself in a sea of sisters who this whole time had been doing the exact same thing. So I hope maybe you relate to this new matrix, that it does feel like we are weaving and creating together right now. And so the inquiry here, in all my books, we've got what I call soul inquiry. I was really taught well by my teachers who said that intuition is pointless unless you act on it. And so I always encourage people to do the soul inquiry at the end of every chapter. And so there is a soul inquiry which I'd invite us to, if you feel like it, you can write it down on a little notebook, or even just voice it to the group. There's nothing more powerful than voicing to a group of people who've come together with a joint mission in a way. And I think that is what we are doing. That's how we are connected here on this page, on this video. So what I want to invite you to do now is to, in the comments, write down your answer to this. What are you being called to unplug from right now? What are you being called to unplug from right now? And just write it in the comments. Hi, Kyle Gray, UK. About to chat to him. After this, we have a date. So we have collective fear. Fear, yeah, good one. You know, one thing that I've really been noticing in myself is how many of my cells or energy I have dedicated in the past years to scanning, checking that I was safe. It's something that I really moved through the birth of my son. Just in think in order to open myself up to the birthing energy, which I really did when I was giving birth to him, I had this moment where it felt like all of the cells in my body exploded. It was like a bomb going off, and I really got this visual of how it was almost like every cell had been barricaded up until that point. And it was in that moment where I fully let go and surrendered into life, into the birthing process, where the walls just came down. And I think that is what we're experiencing now as well, collectively, or this is the invitation to drop down the defenses, drop down the walls that we've built around our heart, you know, to drop down our attachment to our separateness, to drop them down. So absolutely, unplugging from fear is exactly that. We've got distractions, good one. Great. Doing and rushing, incredible. Rushing, yes, that is another incredible lesson we're getting right now. Unplug from expected outcome, wonderful. Yeah. That's a big one. Self-expectations, yes. X's, boom. Yes. Rushing, yes. Old schemes and patterns. Expectations of others, yeah. I really have noticed in myself, in speaking to many others, that often, and I know that there are many of us who are going through genuine hardship right now, even more so than everyone else. And so I really want to acknowledge those people here. And I also want to acknowledge that perhaps a lot of the things that we are going through, the emotions that are bubbling up, perhaps they are things and on some level that existed within us, and the situation that we're in right now has caused these things that were already there to bubble up to the surface, to really shine a light on these things that we've been pushing down and numbing out and pushing to the side in our busyness. You know, there's nothing like being forced to stop and listen, to notice those things that we would much to experience or look at. And so if that is coming to, this is incredible. These are initiatory times. There is incredible opportunity for us right now. And this is not to mean that you have to do anything. You may be called to literally just stop. Stop pushing. Stop trying to control. And just surrender to how life is trying to initiate you right now. You will know. We all know deep down. Sometimes we wish that we didn't know. I relate to that myself. So I hope that was supportive for you in some way. I'll be back again tomorrow. I'm sending you guys so much love from my home to yours.